Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Justin here. Here to give a November update. As of right now, the election hasn't been officially been called yet. We're still counting down a few more states, I believe, and looks like Kanye's not going to be president. And as you can tell, I'm not really doing too well right now based on the sound of my voice. Don't worry, it's not coronavirus, just a common cold. I got my mask. Where's my rubbing alcohol? Got my rubbing alcohol here, and I always wash my hands, so I'm going to assume whatever condition I have, hopefully it's just weather-related, but, I don't really have any high fevers or anything like that, thank God. But a buddy of mine back in the U.S., he now lives in Utah. He recently got diagnosed with the coronavirus, but hopefully he should get better soon. But yeah, anyway, what's been going on since my last update? So I finally started that translation class that I was talking about. At this point, I've taken 4 classes, and thankfully I could do it on home, on Zoom, and that's a major lifesaver. And just going to school in the comfort of my own home, I really enjoy it. To a certain degree, I envy the kids back in the U.S. who are able to go to school on Zoom. I would have loved to have done that as a kid, especially during junior high when I didn't get along with fucking nobody. But yeah, anyway, I could get to, depending on the nature of my schedule, I could get the homework done in, let's just say, 2 days or less. Usually they give you homework every week. Like they tell you to watch this movie, and then they give you this file they have the text in Japanese, and then you could translate the text to English. So yeah, having a text file, that's really helpful. And like during the days of fan subbers, I really got to give it to them for being able to translate everything by ear. I'm guessing that the official translators, they have the official reading script to let's just say reference to help with their translations. I think that's in practice to this day now. I'm not sure how it was, let's say 20 years ago. But having that written reference, it does make a lot of difference, especially when understanding the flow, what if there's like a word play or a pun or something of that nature. But I've been getting, I have like 35 classmates on Zoom, so whoever I've been grouped up with the last few weeks, I've been getting along with them pretty well. So, yeah, have I been playing any games? I started playing Suikoden 2 for the PSP last month, but I just got too busy, so that's kind of on hold. I haven't really been actively playing games these past few month or so. But as for watching anime, I'm watching Yukoku no Moriarty, or Moriarty the Patriot, the Inuyasha sequel, Hanyo no Yashahime. I finally got around to watching season 2 of Fruits Baskets. I was meaning to watch it when it was broadcasting, but yeah, I'll get back to that later. I'm also watching I Stand on a Million Lives. What was it? Hyakuma no Inochi no Ue ni Ore ga Tateru. I'm not sure if I got the Japanese right. I don't got anything to, reference with anything visually. It's just like your typical isekai anime. The remake to Dragon Quest Dino Boken. The anime adaptation to IWGP or Ikebukuro Westgate Park. I saw the J-drama way back in the day. I think that was like in the late 90s or 2000s. And I know that the original novel series was published from 98 to not too recently, I believe. And also watching this really unique series called Hypnosis Mike, which is a series about rap battles. I mean, I never thought I'd live to see something of that nature. So yes, back to Fruits Baskets. Yeah, I kind of realized that I should be, when it comes to watching anime, it's better to, I'm the type of person that's better off binge watching it. Like when you're watching an episode week after week after week, and when you're watching, let's say, 7 or 8 series simultaneously, it's kind of hard to really follow what's going on. That's sort of kind of why I no longer am writing for Honey's Anime. It's just I understand that's the nature of that particular job, and I understand that's just how it is in the official media, but it's just like I just couldn't keep up with that pace anymore. And for the longest time, if you've watched me when I was reviewing anime like 10 years ago here on YouTube, many of you hardcore viewers know that I was the type of guy that liked to look things at a whole. And that's the kind of person I am. I like to look things at a whole. And writing for the industry where you have to watch, let's say, 8 series simultaneously, week after week, my mind just can't really work around all that information. And I'll admit, it kind of gave me a certain kind of writer's block. I think I've now come to understand. I've been having it for like the last season, and now that I'm no longer writing, it kind of gave me a chance to understand what was it that gave me that block. And I think I understand that, and I can understand, like, okay, maybe it's time I go back to doing videos. I mean, I wish I could do the videos in the format that I used to do them back in between '07 and '09 when I was in my so-called prime of reviewing, but I'm no longer in a position to pursue reviewing in that sense. I guess I could just, stick to just regular vlogging, just having my iPad right here and just, shooting the shit. But that can work for some people and that can work for others. But yeah, I've come to realize, like, why did I start doing this YouTube thing back in '07? I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but when I first got into reviewing, I kind of got this idea. I was like, okay, I'm going to these forums. Everyone's fucking talking about Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, whatever. I'm like, I don't want to talk about that. Everyone's talking about that. I kind of want to talk about Hajime no Ippo, History's Strongest Disciple, Kenichi. There's just so much series that I wanted to talk about that it was kind of hard to find those people who shared the same interests I did. And I felt that by doing something like YouTube, maybe that can help me stand out. And then when I made the decision to do YouTube, I searched anime review, and the only person who showed up was Hard. And when I saw Hard, I kind of got a sense of, like, I already had an idea of what I wanted to review and how I wanted to do it. And by looking at Hard, who was the only guy at the time, I could get a better understanding, like, okay, he has a different style than me. I mean, he has different tastes than me. So once I get into this, no one can, like, accuse me of being a Hard ripoff or anything of that nature. And thankfully, nobody did. I mean, I kind of want to be seen as, I don't know, as an original, I guess. But I'm glad that I was able to do what I did. And, I stuck to my goals. I mean, I wanted to review specific series, good or bad. And it always, even if it's just one person, if they told me, like, hey, if I didn't see a review, I would have watched this or let alone heard of it. And when people say that, hey, they heard of this series because of my review, it reminded me of what motivated me. And, writing, I mean, taking nothing from Honey's Anime or just the anime media as a whole, I mean, sticking to what's popular and whatnot. I mean, I can do that, but I had to come to terms with myself, like, hey, that's not me. I mean, it's not. I mean, anyone can talk about popular anime. I mean, what can be said about Naruto that hasn't already been said? I mean, good or bad. I mean, there's plenty of other great series that, like, hey, maybe no one's talking about them, but somebody's got to start the discussion. And when it comes to starting the discussion, that's always been me. I mean, like, I don't just, and I could cut into a conversation that's been ongoing, but I don't want to talk about what's something new or hot. I want to talk about what's different or what no one's talking about, like that people should be seeing, whether good or bad, old or new. I mean, that part of me was just coming back out, and I I wouldn't say it was a writer's block per se. Now I kind of think about it, it was just the true me coming out, and I was blocking that true me. And now I'm in a position where I can truly express my passion the way I've always wanted to. And recently, my good friend Daniel Cardenas, yeah, he requested that I review Cobra Kai at some point. You know, I had to remind him that I mostly concentrate on Japanese media, and I've done a few Chinese movies, and I've done a few Korean dramas and movies, but, you know, that's something I'm willing to consider, but not right away, but, you know, I'm the type of person that also believes in never say never. So, yeah, just look forward to my next video, and, you know, Kanye 2020!